and I just now started recording this. So, gosh darn it, I got to say all that stuff over again.
No.
No, I'm just kidding. So they become a brand advocate, and those are really cool. And those are very, very rare that you find those types, because a lot of times nowadays people are real, can I say flaky on video?
Yes.
I just said it. So people have less brand loyalty now than ever before, because there's the social media going around. There's so much going around. It's like, well, if this doesn't work in 2 seconds, then I need to go do this. And if this doesn't work in 2 seconds, and it's sort of like the microwave revolution on steroids. You used to be able to cook a nice steak, and it would take about, however long it takes to cook steak on the oven. And then microwaves came out, and it's like 35-second mashed potatoes, and it's sort of like the microwave revolution in getting stuff done. I just talked to a guy today who used the Carvana car system to have a car delivered to his house. And I just asked him about it. I said, that sounds pretty neat. How did it work? He says, yeah, it was pretty neat. I called, blah, blah, blah. They did everything. They delivered cars to my house. It was pretty painless. I was like, see, now that is something that's a trend eventually that will probably catch on, because people don't want to spend 4.5 or 5 hours at a car dealership, no more than they want to spend 4 or 5 hours at the dentist or anywhere else, is because they're just going. I mean, they live in their media phone. So don't need to tell you guys that, because you live it every day. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to do a screen share here. I'm going to show you some really cool funnels. Renee, I hope this gets your marketing brain going, the rest of you guys. And I'm picking on Renee a little bit because she's new to the club. She's new to Royalty. She's new to Team Xtreme. She's our brand newest member, and I'm glad she's here tonight, because we're gonna get her in there, and I'm gonna take a lot of my information, and I'm pointing down here because that's where you're sitting, Renee. I'm not sure if that's where you're at on your screen, but anyway, I'm over there. Anyway, so we're going to share some information with you. I'm going to show you how some of this stuff works. As normal, you guys, if you're catching this on replay, you're seeing it on our Facebook page or wherever it is after we get it posted, please feel free to ask me questions. Shoot me a text to 314-399-7255. Bill had a great question last week. We got his question answered. That was awesome. So thanks a lot for sharing that, Bill. So let's go. I'm going to jump over here and move my screen around. I'm going to walk you guys through this real quick. Come back here. I'm going to do a screen share. When I screen share, I'm not going to be able to see anything on the screen. So if we get a new person that jumps on, we can get them re-engaged here in a minute. And share the screen. And it should take just a second to load. And all you guys are hanging out over here on my right side. So everybody can see the screen. Okay, just wave at me or something.
Yes.
Nod your thumbs up. Okay, cool, perfect. I can see George's screen. He's probably thumbs up. Anyway, so in this recording, like I said, you guys, this is the Team Xtreme marketing system. The page that you're looking at here are some of our landing pages. Now, depending on what you're equated to and what kind of definition you're looking at, we talked about this a couple of trainings ago, the difference between landing pages and capture pages, and a lead page and a lead magnet, and so on and so forth. Well, a landing page is typically, where somebody's going to stop. Some people refer to a landing page as a lead page, and to me, a landing page comes after a lead capture page, or comes after a landing page. A lead page is typically a single website. It's more of a sales. It has more sales copy on it. Sometimes it'll have a call to action on it. So, for example, let's see if I open this up, because I just run around closing a bunch of stuff. So, for example, a landing page in this case, and this is one for our uplink product, which is pretty cool. We'll take a look at this. So this is a landing page for uplink, which is our mobile Wi-Fi, and you can see on this is a sales page. So this is where I'd want to send somebody. I wouldn't necessarily want to send somebody to this page unless maybe I'd already had an in-depth conversation. Maybe I sat down with them and showed them the uplink product, and I maybe did a little demo on my phone, and I showed that to them, and they said, hey, I'd like some more information. I might send them to a page like this. It has a little bit of general information, has a little overview video on it, has an order link on it. And I'll just say this again to all you people out there in video webinar land: never, ever, never, ever, never, never, ever send somebody directly to your order page unless you're on the phone with them and you're walking them through an order. Pro tip. Okay, back on commercial. So this is your landing page. That's sort of a sales copy page. It talks about some of the things you can do, simple write. It talks about some of the services that come along with the uplink if you're going to go out and maybe sell this to a customer or provide this to somebody. It has some real cool information on it. It's a pretty good tool to use as a script when you're talking to people on the phone, and we'll talk about some scripts and stuff that we have inside our marketing system as well. Then you've got a real cool, handsome guy like this on the page with your contact information. This link right here actually goes to a scheduler that's set up inside the system. So if you click on it, they can schedule a call with me, and it goes in and notifies me that somebody wants to talk to me on a certain day and certain time. It's pretty cool. Opens up, matter of fact, just let me show you that. It opens up into a calendar creator just like that, and they can set a time. They can put in their information here and hit send, and it will pop right into my lead bucket and notify me that they want to be contacted on a certain day. And of course, just more sales copy on the page. It goes down through and talks about our uplink Wi-Fi product, which is pretty neat. So this would be a landing page. This would be somewhere that somebody's going to end up after they end up filling out a lead capture page, sort of like you guys did when you registered for this webinar tonight. You filled out a lead capture page, which I don't know what I did with. I had it open earlier. But a lead capture page is going to be something that looks like this. And I'm working on the font here, and you guys, this would be something in a funnel. If you're looking at this, the first thing people probably look at is I can't really see the blue font very well on the screen with the background. This is completely adjustable and customizable inside our Team Xtreme marketing system. But the neat thing about it is if I was making a phone call using one of our phone scripts in the marketing system, I said, hey, Mr. Customer, if I could show you how to put thousands of eyeballs on your business at a fraction of your current advertising cost, could you give me 10 minutes of your time? I might go through and explain to them that, 67% of people in America are using Android phones and blah, 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 and just go through the script. And they'd say, yeah, I want a little bit more information. I'd say, great. And I'd send them the link to this page. They would come in, they'd watch a little video, they'd put their email address in there, they'd get more information. And then it might come to a page like this that has a little bit more information, sort of a teaser video that talks about proximity marketing on it, that says, hey, I'd like to, and they go through and they watch this. I think it's like 3 minutes long or something like that. It's not very long. And they watch a little video, and it talks about what types of businesses can use it. It goes over the cost and things like that. And of course, have more questions, schedule a call, and guess where that's going to go? Right to my call schedule page. And this is all created inside our Team Xtreme marketing system. We didn't have to pay anybody to do this. It's just copy, paste, click, load, put a video in there, grab some video code. And of course, for all the new people watching this, there's training on how to do this. It's actually very easy to copy and paste, and we've got a ton of training videos on how to set this up. So this would be considered a funnel. So in other words, I talked to somebody on the phone, sort of started the funnel process, or maybe they saw an advertisement on one of my beacons and it went to a page, or wherever it is, they ended up here and they're moving through the process. When they put their lead information in here, it's going to end up and download into my, I'm going to change it. We got to talk to the guys and get them to change this to lead bucket. It's just got to be changed to lead bucket. That's just me. But anyway, it'll drop into my leads generated, where it's going to give me their email address. And if I so choose, I can choose when I set up that landing page, I can choose an autoresponder to go along with it, whatever autoresponder I want to fire off. So if I'm promoting the uplink product, for example, and I want people to go to this landing page. I know I'm flying around here, so hopefully you guys are keeping up. I want people to go to this landing page. As they fill out my lead capture page that corresponds to the uplink, I would choose my uplink autoresponder that goes along with it. So you see I've got all kinds of different autoresponders in here, and I have one for uplink that's associated, that's actually pre-built into the system. So if I wanted to go out and talk to people and say, hey, Mr. Customer, does your Wi-Fi generate ROI? How do you generate leads? How do you capture leads? How do you follow up with people that are using your current guest Wi-Fi? Oh, you don't have guest Wi-Fi? Well, we've got some really cool, affordable guest Wi-Fi. Can I get you some information, or do you have 10 minutes I can go over this information with you? Of course, you could send them the Wi-Fi information that's all pre-built into our system. And there's a follow-up system that's built to follow up. So I know I'm going through this a little bit quick, so I'm going to actually show you guys the process on how this works so this makes sense. So I skipped all around to confuse you on purpose, not really. There's going to be a capture page. So you put an ad on the beacon that says, turn your Wi-Fi into ROI. Click here. Okay, they would come to an uplink landing page that might look something like this. It says, this new technology uses Wi-Fi to help you generate targeted leads for your business. You have to see this to believe it. They put in their name, email address, and phone number. There's a preview link. They would then go to the landing page that we saw here. They're going to end up here. And here's the landing page that talks a little bit more about the Wi-Fi. And again, they go through this. So it's a really basic funnel. They go from the beacon to the capture page to this landing page that talks about this. But more importantly, when they fill out this form that's on this capture page, when they fill out the form that's on the capture page, inside of here, there's a preview link, and we'll show you how this works. Let me blow it up so you guys can see this. So this is the full effect of what the capture page looks like. They put in their name, their email address, and their phone number, and this is your URL that you can put on your beacon that you have. So you can actually attach this URL to a beacon or wherever you want to put it to track it. They would fill this out, and they're automatically going to go into your leads generated bucket, and the uplink autoresponder is going to fire off 21 emails talking to them about how important it is to have Wi-Fi and what Wi-Fi can do and the advances of Wi-Fi technology and so on and so forth inside their system. And you've got the same thing for the beacon product. If you wanted to say promote the beacon product and you want to do some advertising that way, again, this is pre-built into the system. You've got a page. Business owners are going crazy over this brand new technology, leads generated. Lead generation for businesses has never been easier. To promote that maybe on your beacon, something that says generate leads for free near here, something like that. You'd put this link on there. They would come to this preview page or this capture page. They would put in their name, their email address, and phone number, click get the details. And of course here, they're going to go to a little bit different landing page, which is pre-built into this system, which is very, very cool. They're going to come in here to a beacon landing page. And they're going to click on, they're going to end up at the beacon landing page. And we'll take a look at that landing page there. So this is the beacon landing page, and it goes through and it talks about a little bit of sales. I think that's funny and hilarious there. Talks about that failure really hurts. They can come through here. They can read some of the copy. They come down here. There's a cool little video that talks about the gem. They can order their gems. There's that cool guy again. There's a contact form there, and it goes through and has some sales copy on this page about why somebody would want to use the beacon. And while they're in there, they have now, because they filled out this lead capture form, they have now ended up inside of your leads generated bucket. And now their beacon autoresponder is now firing off, saying a 21-day autoresponder that's talking about why it's important to use proximity marketing and beacon technology. And there's always a link inside there that goes directly to your order page for them to order. But the cool thing about that is if they put their phone number in there, you're going to get notification that you've got a lead. You're going to pick up the phone and say, hey, Mr. So-and-so, it looks like you just clicked on a link, you filled out the form. What did you like most about what you saw? And they say, blah, blah, blah. And you might go through a little script explaining to them how exactly the product works. They like that. And of course, you do some follow-up. The autoresponder is going in the background, and then you get them to sign up and engage and buy your products from you. So that's a funnel. So we started them out from a beacon advertising, a Facebook ad, a Google ad, or wherever it is. We sent them to a landing page where they landed. So they landed on this capture page. I keep saying landing page. They landed on this capture page where they capture their information. They fill it out. They then go to a landing page or sales copy page where they might get a little bit of information. They're in your lead bucket. You follow up with phone calls, and the autoresponder is firing off. And basically, that's a funnel. That's a sales funnel 101. Another cool way that you can do a sales funnel, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit more on a personal level, I like to call it, is to do something like I said. I talk to somebody on the phone. I might send them this link to say, hey, there's more information that I promised you. One of my favorite ones, well, it's all the way over here. This is one of my favorite ones. This is more the personal hey, and the way this works, yes, that's me on your phone. That's exactly the same information that I put on the beacon. Yes, that's me on your phone. You're here. They click on it. They come to this page, and the video goes, hey, yes, if you're seeing this video, I'm probably within 100 yards of you right now. Stop by and say hello. If you're not used to meeting strangers, that's absolutely okay. Fill out the form below, and I'll tell you how this exciting new technology is generating thousands and thousands of eyeballs for business owners every single month. They're putting thousands and thousands of eyeballs, or putting your business in front of thousands of people every single month at a fraction of your current advertising cost. Simply fill out that form below, click the big purple button to get more information, and I'll see you on the other side. Then, of course, when they put their information in there, it goes to another one of me, and if hopefully this works, fingers crossed. So let's try this. And the neat thing about these, you guys, if you put in a bad email address, it won't go through. So it'll actually verify that the email address is working. You've already subscribed to that list is the message that popped up, so it's not going to let me use that one. So let's try. Let's try that one to see. Hey, that worked. Almost done. Yeah, I'm not a robot. Alrighty, so that sent it to this page, and again, there's my iceberg video that talks about that, and it goes through. It's about a 3.5-minute video that explains the proximity marketing products, and it says learn more about our products and company. Now I'm taking them into a little bit more advanced funnel. They click on this one. It says learn more about our products. They come in here, it talks about a compensation plan and overview, and at the end of that it says if you're number 2 and you'd just like to become a customer, click the link below. If you're number 3, you'd like to learn how to become an affiliate, you can do that. And of course they click here to get started. And I know I've gone through this in advanced training before you guys, and I'm flying through this right now. And of course I don't send them. Remember I said never ever send somebody directly to an order page? Well, I send them to an order page overview that tells them how to fill out the order page, just in case they just want to order and they don't want to talk to me on the phone. Meanwhile, they're still in my lead bucket, and they're getting an autoresponder that's going out to them. So maybe they come all the way through here, and they get all the way this, and they watch all my videos, and they click here, and they get to the order page, and they're looking at the order page, and you know the dog is wanting to go out, or the kids are crying, or whatever it is they're doing, or maybe their boss busted them because they're watching this stuff on their lunch break at their job, and they shouldn't be doing that. Anyway, they get all the way through to the end. They get to my royalty order page, and they get interrupted. The cool thing about that is because they filled out that lead capture form way back 3 or 4 steps ago, they're getting my email that's coming into them. They're going, oh yeah, hey, that's an email. And they click on the link, and guess what? It takes them right back through the system again, and takes them right back to point 1, so they can come back in and they can cycle through. Because most of the time, people have to see your stuff 5 to 12 times to make a buying decision. So if you're getting thousands of eyeballs on your business, even if you're getting leads and they're not ordering, that's absolutely okay. At least you're putting people through the funnel, and you can see the process here. Now, I've set up a tracking system, and I've taught people how to do that. If you're new, I can show you how to do that. I track every single thing I do because I want to know how many people watched the video. I want to know how many people clicked on the link after they watched the video. I want to know how many people went to the next page, and I want to track that all the way down. And the reason I do that, I'm going to show you this, guys. It's going to freak you out. It's absolutely okay. The reason I do that is because I need to know as a marketer what is effective and what's working and what's not working. Because in my brain, it's a great idea. It should be like a world-ending, apocalyptic, like best marketing tool ever idea. And sometimes it's just not. So inside, I'm going to show you my campaigns. I'm going to show you guys some numbers, and these numbers, and this is where people get really freaked out. And this is what I love because I know stuff is working. And this is sort of my stuff is working. These are my landing pages that I've built that I've got beacons driving traffic to. And you can see some numbers. That one's got 1,660 people have seen that page, and it's generated 3 leads. 3 leads, wow, that's freaking awesome. With 1,600 people. Well, that's not a very conversion. That's a 0.2% opt-in rate, which is absolutely okay. It's 2 leads. It's 3 leads. Yay. It cost me nothing. Basically the cost of a beacon. Now here's a little bit better one. Now this is cool because I've got 68 hits on this one, and you can see the landing page on the left says put thousands of eyeballs on your business monthly using this new mobile technology. And that's coming from a beacon that I've strategically deployed somewhere. And I've got 68 hits on it. I've got 3 leads and a 4% opt-in rate. This one down here, it says more information is promised. That's the one I just showed you guys. It's had 112 hits. Now this one, these are the big numbers. Remember I told you I use a message that says stop, don't watch this video near here. This is where they're coming to. So I've had 7,200 people see this page in about a 60-day period. So it's about 3,500 people have seen this page in 60 days. And if you presented that kind of opportunity to somebody in the big brick and mortar business, say, hey, if I could put 3,000, if I could send 3,000 visitors to your website a month, would you pay me $1,000? And most of them go, yeah. Because that's pretty affordable. Most of the time to generate those kind of clicks, if you go and do a Google AdWords clicks, it's about $1.50 a click. So to get 7,000, and that's on a cheapo. If you get into some high keyword words, word phrases, you're talking $30, $40 a click. So depending on what they're doing and what you're clicking through for Google AdWords, Facebook's a little bit more affordable, but Facebook has got this funky algorithm that you've got to be able to target, and you can't really target a niche like you used to. You got to sort of target generic like entrepreneurs, and you got to advertise entrepreneurs, so you can't even really get too generic in that term of driving traffic on Facebook. But with Google AdWords, it could be as low as 5 cents a click, all the way up to $75, $80, $100 a click, depending on the keyword or phrase that you're trying to target. And I've spent a whopping, depending on which gem, because my first gem is $25, and I'm going to say this is one of my $10 gems, just because I think I can. I've generated in just about 2 months 7,230 hits to this page for about $20. And to me, that's priceless because I'm branding. Now, here's what I've got to look at. I'm probably going to let this run up through the end of the month. I've got to look at the conversion page here because it's generated no leads. So as a marketer, I've taken a look, okay, my message is working. I'm getting tons of eyeballs on this. I'm getting a lot of people that are watching the video because I track this through YouTube. I've got just about 200 views on this video. So 7,000 clicks, 7,000 people have come to the page. I've got just about 200 views on this video, but I haven't had anybody opt in yet. So this is sort of to backpedal and maybe rethink, okay, how do I need to change the page? Do I need to change the background? Do I need to change the video? Do I need to maybe make the video shorter? What is it that I need to do on this page to get somebody to fill out the form below? Do I need to do a me video that says, hey, probably not, because again, my goal is to get people interested and walk them through a process and create a brand. So when you guys are getting thousands and thousands of clicks, don't think that something's not working. It's probably working just fine. You just got to figure out which part of the funnel needs to be adjusted and come back and adjust that. And you see this is another one that's got 108 hits with no leads generated. Here's another one that says, and you'll see this one has exactly the same messaging at the top. We've got 4,592 hits. Stop, don't watch this video. Same messaging. I generated 1 lead from that. And again, you can see as you go through these, it's about adjusting the messaging and marketing, but I'm not spending a lot of money to drive traffic to these pages compared to what you'd spend in terms of spending money on Google AdWords. So not to freak you guys out, you don't have to do all this. The reason I'm showing this to you guys is because this stuff works. The beacons work, the mobile marketing works, the funnels work, systems work. And we talked about that in the email that we sent out. We talked about systems are duplicatable, people are not. You are your unique person. Nobody can duplicate you. And the reason we say people are not duplicatable, because if I have a huge income that I can spend thousands of dollars in advertising, that might not be duplicatable for a Sam or a George or a Renee, because you might not have that type of income. The system that you use is duplicatable because anybody can drop a YouTube video in there. Anybody can copy and paste a word. Anybody can come in here and build one of these funnels. I actually think I did a video where I showed you guys how to build a capture page in 3 minutes, and I did it on my iPad using the system. It took 3 minutes to build an entire capture page and funnels. Like boom, boom, boom. It's very, very easy. So the system is duplicatable. The marketing messages are duplicated. We put a message on a beacon, put a URL in the beacon, send it to a landing page, see what happens. Change the landing page a little bit. That's all duplicatable. The cool thing about it is they say success leaves clues. So you look at things like what works, you know, in terms of what works and what doesn't work. So I know that if I had a bunch of people on my team, I might tell them to go out and use the message, stop, don't watch this video near here if I want to create some generic advertising. But if I want to increase my opt-in, I need to do some adjustments over here. So this is some of the stuff that, you know, being part of a team, you can sort of collaborate together, talk about things that work and talk about things that don't work. So that's very, very important. Have those types of mentors and do some brainstorming. Say, hey, well, I did this, that part of it worked, this part of it doesn't. So when you're building funnels and building teams, definitely building a marketing plan. Don't do it by yourself. Plug in. If you guys are part of the Team Xtreme Marketing Tuesdays and you guys come up with something that works, share it in the group, share it on the page. You know, message people and say, hey guys, I did this. There's 318 million people in the United States. I don't think we're going to run out of people to market to. So it's okay if you share your ideas with everybody else. You're not going to lose market share with this market. So I know I went over a lot, you guys. Hopefully I opened up a lot of, created a lot of questions. I'm going to do a stop share here. Screen is still recording. Really appreciate you guys jumping in. I was hoping John would get on here tonight so we could take a look at his funnel. Let's see, Renee said, can the capture page be on a different website? Yeah, you can put, there's multiple places that you can get capture pages from. You're inside your royalty part, you've got an actual app on your phone that you can use and create what we call a digital business card or landing page. It's free. It's part of that, and you can actually assign that to a gem.
Okay.
Did a video on that as well, so you can use that as a capture page. You can use, there's tons of capture page options out there available. Just depends on how savvy you want to be or not. They all cost about the same. I know our Team Xtreme marketing system is $29 a month. Includes all that stuff, pre-built autoresponders, capture pages, videos, training videos, how-to videos, and all that kind of stuff, compared to all the other guys where you sort of got to go in and learn your own stuff. So if you're a smart marketer and you can build that kind of stuff, it probably doesn't really matter. But yeah, you can build a capture page anywhere you want.
I just asked because I have, you know, I've got my other business that I'm promoting too, and there's a capture page on that website.
So if they've got their own capture page, now is behind their capture page, our other business does as well. So does it have an autoresponder automatically built into that when they fill out the capture page?
I can if I wanted to have one, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so depending on what that business is, and remember the goal is just look at that capture page. And when they go to that capture page, make sure they can't get distracted by some other link on that capture page. If it's just a straight capture page, it has a teaser video with an email and address below. They can fill it out and they can't click on a link or navigate away from that page, then that's a good place for them to go. If it's a capture page inside a website where they've got all these kind of other links and they can get distracted, probably not.
That makes sense. Okay.
So, yeah, if it's a good video, if it's a good video on the capture page, it's a good teaser to get you excited. Maybe pull that video off and put it somewhere that they can't get distracted. That they're on that page, they can't go anywhere but either leave the page or fill out the form, and they're sort of stuck. So, but if there's other navigation links on that page, it's probably not a good idea to send people to that page unless maybe you've already gave them a plethora of information. You've already downloaded a bunch of information to them. And you say, hey, go check this out. This is one of our tools that you can use, and you're using it as a tool to sell them into your business or sell them into your team as well. So
that makes sense.
Great question. Yeah. So I have impressions. I have clicks, no leads. People not filling out the form. Your thoughts? So just like I said earlier, Bill, remember what the beacons do And you think about this, and I say this all the time. Just think about the tent, and I love to use, and I'm going to use my breast augmentation billboard analogy. So there's a doctor's office somewhere in your town, and they do breast augmentations, and they put a big billboard up on the highway that says, need a breast augmentation, call 1-800-breast augmentation, whatever their phone number is. Now, me driving down the highway, I'm going to see that sign, but it doesn't mean anything to me. Now, unless I've been talking to somebody that, I know, or a wife or a spouse or a kid or somebody that's thinking about doing that, then it might register. I'm like, hey, I just saw this sign about breast augmentations, you ought to call. There's going to be thousands and thousands and thousands of people, impressions, that are seeing that billboard. Nobody's clicked on the phone number yet. Okay, so nobody's clicked on the phone number. They're just seeing it, or maybe there's a website there, and it's like, well, what's that about? They might, get the website address and write it down and go visit the website. So impressions and clicks. So it doesn't necessarily mean that because you get a ton of impressions and a ton of clicks that your advertising isn't working. Remember, when you're doing broadcasting and you don't have a target market, in other words, a target market be somebody, I don't know what that nail fungus stuff is, but if you're targeting somebody with feet fungus and you're selling a feet fungus nail deal, and you got a very targeted niche audience that you're going after, and somebody clicks and sees that, you're probably going to have a lot higher quality lead prospect. Again, just because somebody sees your advertising, even when they click on it, they might write your phone number down. And I use this in a carpet cleaning analogy. I've got a customer that has like 17 carpet cleaning companies, and if his truck is parked in the neighborhood and he's broadcasting his beacon that says, I clean carpets, or whatever his message is, to keep it short, somebody might see the message on their phone and go, wow, I know we were talking about getting our carpets cleaned. We don't have any real money right now, but I'm going to write this guy's number down. And they might save it till later. So it's continuous advertising, brand recognition, brand recognition, brand recognition, brand recognition, over and over and over. Eventually somebody's going to bite and go, oh, I need that right now. There's thousands of people walking past your beacon or past your strategically deployed beacon, and they're seeing it every day. And then, oh man, you know what? I need that now. It's just like insurance. You don't need insurance till you need insurance. So insurance agents, we get a State Farm mailer like once a week that says, buy State Farm, buy State Farm, buy State Farm, buy State Farm. Well, we don't need insurance. At least we don't need State Farm because we currently have insurance, until our insurance company we have now makes us mad because they increase our rates, and then who knows? We might call the State Farm guy. So you just never know, and that's the part of the cool thing is once you guys grasp that idea around marketing, that if you get 100 clicks on your beacon, that's cool because you had 100 people that opened up their phone, that saw your message and clicked on it. Woo! You get 7,000 people that opened up their phone and clicked on it. Woo, 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 woo. So your messaging is working. The question is out of all those people that are passing by and all those people that are clicking on the message on their phone, if you got a target market, Renee, what kind of business you have? What's your other business? I think you told me.
Health and wellness.
So health and wellness business. And I think you said one of your products is it a weight loss product or weight management product?
Yeah. Weight loss, there's energy, vitality, there's a number of different things. Yeah.
So in the weight loss industry, Renee could run an ad on a beacon that says, lose 10 pounds guaranteed. I don't know whatever you'd want to put on there, or have trouble losing weight, click here, or something like that, or whatever your message might be, and then maybe go to a page that has a testimonial of somebody that says, hi, my name is Susan, I lost 100 pounds using this product. I've tried this, I've tried that, about lots of cool testimonials. Maybe have a couple of testimonial videos. If you'd like to learn more, fill out the form below. So now you can do some real target market stuff, or maybe even create a lead magnet. And Bill, this might be something you might look at doing, is creating a lead magnet. And remember, a lead magnet isn't something that's selling your product. It's something that gives value back to the customer. So when I'm presenting somebody with my 45 email template lead magnet, I'm not selling them jack that has to do with royalty. I'm giving them an email template, and I'm capturing a lead for it. They give me their email address. I give them the email template. Now I have somebody that I can market to on the back end. So when you're giving away a lead magnet on the back end, it's very, very important. It's like, hey, thanks. And you can always follow that email up with, hey, this is, this is Forrest. Thanks for downloading my 45 email templates. Really appreciate it. If you'd like to learn how I market and generate thousands and put thousands of eyeballs on my business every day at a very, very affordable cost, why don't you give me a call? My phone number is right underneath this video. So there's a lot of ways you can engage with people, but Bill, I think it's, as long as you're getting impressions and clicks, something's working right. So it's just taking a look at the next part and maybe doing more impressions and more clicks and more advertising until somebody sees and goes, oh, I need that. But it's just continuous over and over and over and over and over again until somebody bites. One of the things, if you really want to test somebody to see what's working, give them some money. Give them some money. You want to test to see if your lead capture page is working? I challenge you guys, give them 25 bucks. Fill out the form below. The 10th person that puts their email address below in there, I'm gonna PayPal them 25 bucks. Try that, and I guarantee you, you're just gonna try that out, see what happens. So there's a lot of cool ways you can test your marketing without going broke. And then when you're spending 25 bucks a month on a beacon and you want to give away $25, that's absolutely awesome. Try some things like that. Try some split tests. If you've got a page that isn't converting well, split it. If you've got 2 beacons, do 2 different messages to the same page and see which message converts better. I would recommend having matching pages with different messages so you can see which message works on a beacon and see which one gets the most people to the page, and of course which page converts and some things like that. We can talk about that down the road in some upcoming training about doing split testing and conversion testing. It'll drive you guys nuts. But what I would recommend is keeping it very, very simple. You guys, if you're going to send somebody some information, keep it very, very simple. Don't get it overcomplicated, because you can go down a deep rabbit hole getting too crazy in funnels. I think it was John or somebody last week asked me, can you give them too much information in a funnel? Can you take them to too many places? One of the things that I like is especially getting on the phone with somebody, going through our phone script in the back end. It says, hey, if I can show you how to put thousands of eyeballs in your business, can I get 10 minutes of your time? And then you send them to a cool little video page that looks like, where is it at? Come on back here. It looks like something like this. And say, cool, I'm going to send you this link. It's got a 3-minute video on it, explains what we do. You know what? You're not screen sharing, am I? Hold on a second. You guys should have said something. So can you guys see that? So send them to a cool little page that looks like this and say, you go through it. If I send you this video, they watch the video, and of course there's a link, and you could change that link below that says, call me now, or put your phone number on that or whatever, because it's completely customizable. You can see that. Matter of fact, I've even got my customizable button open, maybe. So you can see I can completely customize this page, and I can change all the content on here to whatever I want it to say, however I want it. And of course I go back to my landing pages. But this page would be a little teaser video that talks about the proximity marketing business. It talks about the cost, and of course right at the end is very, very neat, because it says, and it's a very, very generic video.
And if you thought it couldn't get any better, ask about the newly app that ties in with the gems. To learn more, get with the independent sales rep to share this video with you, or hit the button below.
And that's something that's very, very easy. So sometimes a marketing funnel can be very easy, especially if you're teasing somebody, you want to send them a little bit of information. You'd want to probably do something like this, have more questions, schedule a call. You can put your phone number on that button or whatever. It says, have questions, call me, and put your phone number on this button. If they click on it, it might take them to the contact page that I showed you before. So there's a lot of ways to keep your business really simple without going too far down the marketing funnel rabbit hole, super rocket scientist type kind of deal. These pages are very, very neat here. It's a capture page. It says this new technology. Now, if you guys are going to do this, I'm going to wrap up here. I'm going to open up to a lot of questions and answers. If you're going to go down this road, make sure you have congruent advertising. So if you're going to promote a business opportunity, make sure that they go to a page that makes sense. So they say, earn $4,000 a month near here. It would come to a page that says, let me show you this cool system that I use to earn $4,000 a month. Make sure that your messaging from where they start to where they land is similar. So if you're going to advertise this page, you can say, use Wi-Fi to generate leads near here. What might be your message on your beacon, they're going to come to this page and they're going to see similar wording to what you just had on your beacon, so that it's more congruent with them subconsciously. They're more likely to fill out this form. And then, of course, it's going to go into your lead bucket, and it's going to fire up your autoresponder, and it's going to talk about the technology on the back end. So hopefully that made sense. Keep it simple, you guys. Don't get too crazy in your marketing and in your advertising. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask somebody, like my wife over there. She's a lot smarter than me. Yeah, I even read your lips. She said, yeah, right. Anyway, you guys, any questions? I know we don't, we got a small crew tonight. George, you have any questions? Sam, Bill, you've got your questions in there. Thanks for chatting, for chiming in.
I'm good.
Yeah, Bill, you said, so you might want to give them something for filling out the form. So yeah, that would be a lead magnet. Lead magnets, you guys, are absolutely awesome way to generate leads for your business. Here, I got to show you this one more time, because this is very cool. Let me go grab one of these real quick. And I'll show you this lead magnet. These are very, very neat way to generate leads if you're going to give something of value away free. And come back here and share my screen real quick. So this would be an example of a lead magnet. And I just dropped this into one of the MLM marketing groups with a link to this page that says, hey guys, you want to increase your conversion ratios with your email marketing, come here. What to write in emails, your guide to 45 templates to help you craft powerful and engaging emails. Download your guide now. And they put in their email address. I know my email address is already in here, so we'll try my awesome wife's. And we hit download your guide now. I've already subscribed. Let's try me. We'll find an email that works here. See if I've already subscribed. Already subscribed. Yay, it worked. Come on, page, load up here. It's loading. And they come to this really cool downloadable PDF page on how to craft your guide to 45 email templates. And this all comes through and has some really cool information on writing emails and what to put in the emails, and of course, making connections. Just some awesome, 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 awesome information for all you guys that have the Team Xtreme marketing system. Guess where this can be found? It's in your back office, in your dashboard. You can offer this as a lead magnet. Another lead magnet might be something that, say, for example, if you offer legal services, a cool lead magnet might be, 10 tips how to get out of a speeding ticket, and or something like that, or the best questions to ask an attorney, or 10 tips to buying tennis shoes, or and I always say 10 because you don't want to give a lot. Where in the back office, it is under. Give me 1 second, Bill. I will show you. And come back to screen share. Bill, right here, the lead magnet is under worksheets. And if you come down here, scroll down a little bit, it's right here. So you can download the PDF. So this image you can just download, just right click on it, but here's the link to the PDF. So you can actually use that link and attach that to your subscribe button or download button. So when somebody says download, you put it in there. Renee, if you're lost, it's absolutely okay, but we have a really cool training video on how to use this stuff and put it together. But yeah, that downloadable link is there for you, Bill, that you can add and put anywhere you want. There's also in here flyers and scripts. So we have a call script, which is very, very neat for making phone calls. We have an Uplink Pro script in here to talk, call businesses with Uplink. We've got the Uplink Mobile Solopreneur script. We've got the cold market prospecting script, which is my absolute favorite. There's your Gem Beacon script. I'm going to talk about this just for 1 second here. This is a lot of fun, you guys, because, and a lot of people say, well, what do I say to a business? And let me stop screen sharing because I've got a little bit off track and I'm actually going in a little bit of sales training. You're welcome, Bill. So in businesses, when you guys are approaching businesses, I'm going to close with this. It's 9:02. I'm going to close with this. When you guys are calling on businesses, understand this. You're not the only person that's calling on them. They're used to being called on. They're used to people coming in trying to sell them lead generation packages and this package and that package and this thing and that thing. They have vendors knocking on their door 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Some of them have some really good gatekeepers. Maybe I'll do a training lesson on how to get past the gatekeeper, which is totally sales, because if you can't get somebody to a funnel, if you can't get past the gatekeeper, you can't get somebody to a funnel. If you can't get them to your funnel, if you can't get them on the phone, you can't engage with them, you go through that process. You can hide on Facebook all day long and do some Facebook stuff and try to get people to come in that way. But there's a ton of people, believe it or not, that aren't on Facebook, or that they are on Facebook, they're not watching you. They're not following you. So the cool thing about Beacon marketing and Beacon advertising and proximity marketing is there's absolutely no way that you're going to be able to put 7,000 Facebook people on your advertising on Facebook. One, probably because you only have 23 friends that really like you on Facebook. The other 3,500 are fake. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't take it personal. Don't send me a bunch of Facebook. Anyway, so in marketing, just remember that if you're going to get out there, call on these businesses, pick up the phone. If they say not interested, guess what? Call them back. Inside our Team Xtreme marketing system, we have these really cool flyers. I got to tell this story because I want to say this to you guys again, and hopefully you guys are getting this on recording. When I was and I love this. This is one of the best events, one of my best learning situations for me that I ever had in my entire life. I went to work. I got out of the military. I got out of the Navy. I went to work with this mortgage company out in Washington State, and I hooked up with this retired commander who was running their construction lending department. He says, hey, come work with me. I'll teach you how to do construction lending stuff. And I learned how to do VA construction loans and conventional construction loans and spec construction loans. I learned all this stuff. It was very cool. More information that I really want to know. The moral of the story is every single Friday, I would make up this huge pack of flyers and I'd staple my business cards on them. And before we had all this digital stuff, this is actually before you had cell phones. And I would go out to these real estate companies. I call on 63 different offices every Friday from about 10 to 3. And I would drive around the Seattle, Everett, Washington area. And I would go in and I would leave these flyers about construction loans in their boxes. And I did this week after week after week after week after week after week after week, every Friday with no avail. It wasn't until about week 52, seriously, it was like the 52nd week, I get a call from this lady, and I still know her today. Her name was Mary Coble. She's a real estate agent and one of the very best ones I've ever met. She says, hey, I've got a client who's just retired from the Navy. They want to get a construction loan, blah, blah, blah. Can you come meet with us? I sat down and met with them, and she introduced me to a bunch of other people. To make a long story short, out of the continuous advertising, continuous knocking on the door. See, they didn't even believe I'd been in existence because a lot of other mortgage people would have stopped on day 3 and said, well, nobody's calling me. And I was bound and determined that somebody was going to call me. Now, that wasn't my only source of business. I was getting loans from other places and advertising and doing newspaper advertising and things like that. And I learned a lot about advertising and marketing through that process. But the moral of that story was it took 52 weeks of continuous advertising and I ended up with this huge account with like 141 spec loans. I mean, it was mega huge because I showed up every single day, and I would then started going and doing workshops on how to do construction loans. And I was teaching real estate agents how to talk to clients about construction loans. So anyway, the moral of the story, you guys, is when you're out there marketing and advertising, don't get discouraged. Keep knocking on doors, keep calling those customers, keep picking up the phone, because the first phone call, they're not going to believe you. By the time you call them on the 8th time and say, this is XYZ PDQ with XYZ PDQ marketing, I can show you how to put, thousands of eyeballs on your business at a fraction of your advertising costs. Could I get 10 minutes of your time? After they've heard you or seen you or dropped off your flyers or whatever processes that you want to use, they're going to believe that you're a real person, and they'll probably take 10 minutes and talk to you. So just want to throw that out to you guys, give you some hope, give you some excitement that it's absolutely okay to get a ton of no's, because there's a huge yes out there waiting for you. It is 9:07. If you guys have any questions, feel free to text them over to me at 314-399-7255. I'd love to answer them for you. If you have any questions about funnel marketing, advertising, or sales in general, I'll answer those too, because I love it, eat it, drink it, sleep it. And with that, you guys, I am out of here. Any questions before we go? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Appreciate you guys' time. As you always say, love you guys, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. We'll see you on Tuesday. Bye-bye.